In 2025, we had some games that absolutely surprised everyone, such as Expedition 33 and Blueprints. But there will be more games like this, I believe. So let's see a list with some really interesting games that may be the next to surprise.
This city is a miracle-balanced machine.
Clockwork Revolution is an interesting FPS story game developed by the studio Exile Entertainment. Xbox Game Studio. It's confirmed to Xbox Series XS and Windows, but a PlayStation 5 version is not far-fetched, especially considering how Xbox is publishing games lately. Embark on a grand adventure in the steampunk metropolis of Avalon, wielding an incredible invention that allows you to travel into the past and influence key events, altering the course of history. A game that reminded me of BioShock Infinite for its visual style and a storyline that seems to be of a big importance too.
There is nowhere in space or time where I will not destroy you.
Oh no. What did I do?
Where monsters invade our world. A powerful being falls from the sky. The dream ends. Is this really just a dream? My only hope lies within.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions, together.
Lost Soul Aside is a hack-and-slash game developed by a Chinese studio. The studio is Ulti-Zero Games, and the game is going to be released in May 30th, 2025. It's kind of close, and it'll be available on PlayStation 5 and Windows. Embark on an epic odyssey to save your younger sister and the whole of humanity from mysterious dimensional invaders from beyond the starlit skies. The gameplay is fast, fluid, and impressive. The game is inspired in the gameplay of Final Fantasy 15 and Devil May Cry, and it looks really good, with nice visual effects and insane fights.
I see great... Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand. Never wanted to be.
In progress. Be advised, suspects are heavily armed. Approach with caution.
Okay, kid. You wanted the real deal? This is it.
ACPD, drop it now.
Patrol units, we have reports of a hit and run. Let's go, Rook. We don't got all day. Target that vehicle. Spike strip deployed.
Yeah, I'm hoping this shift is a little quieter than the last one. Either that or I'm gonna need to put my cardiologist on retainer. Is it expired?
The Precinct is a new game inspired in the classic GTA games. But there's a big difference here, is that the player will be in the control of a police officer. The studio developing the game is Fallen Tree Games. And the best, there's a release date already, and it's not far. That is May 13th, 2025, and it'll be available on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. Averno City, 1983. Gangs rule the streets, and your father lies restless in his grave. Clean up the city, uncover the truth, and embark on thrilling vehicle chases through destructible environments in this neon-noir action sandbox police game. All that with charismatic visuals, a fluid gameplay, and a universe that promises to be really fun to explore.
Assistance required in Lafayette.
I need some backup here, dispatch. Searching last known location. Dispatch, I got a mail matching the suspect's description.
We're down.
Routine is a first-person sci-fi horror set on an abandoned lunar base designed around an 80s vision of the future. The game is being developed by the studio Lunar Software and is confirmed to Xbox Series XS and Windows. A PlayStation 5 version is not confirmed yet, and there's no release date announced, but I think it's still going to take some time. Searching for answers puts you face to face with an enemy who is certain the main threat is you. Discoveries lead to deeper unknowns, and the only way to go is forward.
Like your cell inmate. What kind of prison is this? A rare. We need you to retrieve it for study. Well done, Fox. Your sentence has been reduced by 100 days.
Luna Abyss is a single-player first-person shooter set in a futuristic world. The game is being developed by the studio Bonsai Collective, and it's coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows, but there's no release date. It's a fast-paced FPS with platforming challenges and a combat in the bullet hell style, with fast action moments and a fluid gameplay. In the game, we'll follow the journey of Fox, a prisoner of Luna, caught between a cryptic prophecy and their prison sentence. So fans of fast-paced FPS games like Doom, this one looks promising.
Nothing lasts forever.
Reanimal is a game set in the same style of Little Nightmares, a game with exploration, platformer features, and a lot of puzzles. The game is being developed by the same creators of Little Nightmares, the studio Tarsia Studios, and is coming out in some moment of 2025 to Xbox Series X and Series S, PlayStation 5, and Windows. As you can see, it's a horror game set in a really scary universe, with different types of creatures and more. In the game, you must survive and solve the mysteries of each level to get the access to the next one, all in a very immersive universe.
Tear it open!
Last Sentinel is a new game story focused, set in an open world. Believe it or not, but this game is being produced by an old Rockstar Games director. His new studio is Lightspeed, and the game got no release date yet, but is probably coming out to the main platforms, since it wasn't announced too. The game is set decades from now in a reconstructed Tokyo. You play as Hiromi Shoda in Last Sentinel, a narrative-focused, open-world action game. That's the briefing of the game. Beyond that, we don't know much more, but it's a game that sounds really interesting. Just hope to see a gameplay trailer soon.
you real? More real than you, I'm afraid. So, where's the captain? Everyone died. Oh, this is insane. What a trip. Not a trip. It's reality. Your new reality.
Are we brothers or something?
We have the same DNA, but...
The Alters is an extremely curious game. It's being developed by the studio 11-Bit Studios, and is coming out in June 13th to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows, day one on Xbox Game Pass. This game really got my attention. It's a sort of survival game. You'll be alone in a planet, and will somehow create different versions of yourself to help you build and take care of the base. Yes, it sounds crazy. That's why it looks so fun. Despite it, the game will also be a game about exploration, discovering things and places in the universe to get resources, and the building mechanic even reminded me of Fallout Shelter. That was really good.
Okay, let's go through all of this once again.
We have 3 days before the sun rises and burns everything to ash, and we're stuck in front of a giant river of lava. If we want to survive, we need to act now.
We stick to the plan. You focus on researching a bridge to cross the river. I'll anchor it, fix the broken base modules, create radiation filters, gather resources, and Rapidium.
To create more alternative versions of ourselves. Are you sure they'll accept who they are?
Crimson Desert is an insane, upcoming open-world RPG. The game is being developed by the studio Pearl Abyss, and it's coming out still in 2025, but with no specific date yet. But it's coming out to Xbox Series X and Series S, PlayStation 5, and PC. This is one of those games that are even hard to believe that they're really good as they look. The graphics are insane. The world seems huge and massive, and is a game with a lot of features like glide, parkour, a nice combat style, dragon ride, and much more. And if it's as good as it looks, it'll be one of the best games of this year.
My memory's still a bit blurry. Remember this. Inside my head.
Satellite gives us a 10-minute window. You made it.
That's just leftover hardware. It's been decommissioned. What the hell is happening? All I know is that Silvercorp is a piece of my story.
Mindseye is a story-driven, action-adventure thriller set in a fictional near-future Americana, featuring best-in-class cinematics, high-octane driving, and explosive combat from legendary game director Leslie Benzies. This is a game that promises to be the game to be in the same level of GTA 6 in 2025, and yes, it's being developed by an old Rockstar game director. That's why the hype is real about it. The studio is Build a Rocket Boy, and the game is coming out in June 10th. It's really close, and it'll be available on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows.
What's going on in there?
It was an ambush. Do what you can. Do not lose her. I'm coming to you now. The search and rescue bots. They're malfunctioning.
Roderick, remind me, did I make an exception for children?
No, sire.
No. That would have been foolish, would it not? They spread the plague just as well as adults.
The Blood of the Dawnwalker is a new open RPG from the same director of the beloved The Witcher 3. The game is being developed by the studio Rebel Wolves and is coming out of PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Microsoft Windows. We still don't know the release date, but I'd say 2026 or 2027. And the interesting thing about the game is that just like The Witcher, the game will be set in a world that reacts to your decisions. All you choose will change something in the story, and the world will be dark and immersive, filled with creatures such as vampires.
Not just a runner, but a fighter, too. Had we met under a different moon, things might have ended there.
I pray for their grace, but all that came were inferior shades.
Why do we have to bear the consequences of such power?
Time. War.
Ballad of Antara is an upcoming action RPG. The game is set in a sort of open world with a fast and fluid combat style. Through the game, the player will be able to play with multiple characters, even changing the one you're playing in real time, but just if they are with you in the battle. The game is being developed by the studio Tipsworks Studio and is coming out in some moment of 2025 to PlayStation 5 and Windows. The game features an interesting feature, a sort of change of dimension, kind of similar to the last Lords of the Fallen, and it looks really good here. And the boss fights looks really sick. So I'm really curious about this one.
Wayward emissaries, grant us the...
We did not betray this world.
This desolate land needs a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
The hungry purple dinosaur ate the kind zingy fox, the jabbering crab, and the mad whale, and started vending and quacking.
The hungry purple dinosaur ate the kind zingy fox, the jabbering crab.
ODE is a new horror game developed by Kojima in a production with Xbox Studios. The game so far is confirmed to Xbox Series XS and Windows, but a PlayStation 5 version could be confirmed in the future. What the game is going to be about is a mystery, as the only thing we've seen so far is this trailer that's realistic in details, but don't tell us much about the game. But as we know that it's a Kojima's game, I'm sure it'll be unique and really interesting, but when it's coming out we don't have a clue. Tormented Souls 2 is a new survival horror in retro style, inspired in games like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, mixing a gameplay like these 90s games with puzzles, combat, and an immersive story. The game is being developed by the studio Dual Effect and is planned to be released still in 2025, but with no official release date yet, and it's confirmed to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. After the events of Wildberger Hospital, Caroline yearns for a normal life with her younger sister, Anna. However, fate has other plans. An anticipated sequel by those who played the original game that's really fun for the fans of retro survival horror games. AILA is an interesting upcoming first-person survival horror set in a futuristic world. The game is being developed by the studio Pulsatrix Studios and is coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows, but there's no release date yet, but it shall be released in 2025 or 2026. A first-person horror game set in a near future filled with immersive technology. Play as the sole game tester for a revolutionary new fictional AI. Survive intense horror experiences that prey on your deepest fears as the lines between virtual and reality begin to blur. The art of the game looks really good, so I want to see the final version.
人活进了戏里，还是戏本就因人而在。
Project the Perceiver is an insane upcoming action RPG game, and like most of the RPGs nowadays, we see some inspirations in Souls-like games, since the combat to the boss fights. The game is being developed by the studio Paper Games, a Chinese studio, and is coming out in 2025 or 2026 to PlayStation 5 and Windows. The game will be set in a beautiful and immense open world with a lot of quests, enemies, and general content. The visual of this game is something mind-blowing with an impressive combat style and movements. So like most of China's game lately, you should keep an eye out for it.
且让你们体会。 如何相提并论？一将功成万骨枯，从。
Father told us to hide when they came to our house. Then they took him away. Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore.
Hell Is Us is a new action-adventure game with some RPG mechanics. The game will be set in a semi-open world, in a dark and mysterious universe. The game is being developed by the studio Rogue Factor, and it got a release date already, and it is September 4th, 2025, and it'll be available on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. In an isolated country ravaged by infighting, discover the secrets of your past and deal with the repercussions of a mysterious calamity. A game with beautiful graphics and an immersive gameplay. So just make sure you remember this one.
Mother always said monsters didn't exist. I thought they lived under my bed. We were both wrong. They live inside our heads.
Vindctus, Defying Fate, is a new action RPG full of excitement. Defy the fate and create your own path. Fight your way through the journey filled with challenging combats waiting ahead. The game is being developed by the studio Nexon. It's coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The game got no release date yet, but I believe it's going to be announced still in 2025. The game features a great visual style, with a fast gameplay with multiple weapons and characters. Welcome to the world of Vindctus Defying Fate, an adrenaline-fueled action game where every clash is a symphony and every step is a dance with destiny. Cronos the New Dawn is third-person survival horror by the studio that brought us the amazing Silent Hill 2 remake. The studio is Bloober Team. I didn't trust the studio to do the remake of Silent Hill 2 back then, but they showed us that they know how to impress us, so I'm curious to see more about this game. It'll be released in some moment of 2025 to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The game throws you into the heart of a deadly struggle against overwhelming foes, all while uncovering the mysteries of a twisted time travel story, with impressive visuals and an impressive immersion.
Up you go. Sorry, kiddo. We've still got a ways to go.
Pragmata is a mysterious game. It's being developed by Capcom, a great video game studio. Especially nowadays, it's coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The game was supposed to be released in 2023, but it was postponed, and now we have no idea when it's coming out, and they haven't said or shown anything of the game since it was postponed. But the gameplay in the trailer looks really fun, especially for being so unique and mysterious. The Lost Wild is a new dinosaur game with exploration, combat, and horror. The studio developing the game is Great Ape Games, and there's no release date yet, but it's only confirmed to Windows for now. Maybe in the future there will be a version to the consoles. You are stranded in a violent primal world. Your survival depends on mastering its rhythms and anticipating its dangers. A mysterious voice on the radio seems to offer a glimmer of hope. With their help, make your way through the facilities and piece together the story of how this came to be. Judas is a new story-driven first-person shooter by the legendary creator of BioShock series. The game is being developed by the studio Ghost Story Games, and it's confirmed to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. It was supposed to be released in March of 2025, but it was postponed, and now there's no official date yet, but shall be released still in 2025. The game will follow the same idea of BioShock, a game with a fun gameplay, good combat, but the biggest feature of the game are the universe and story that in BioShock was pretty insane, and here's going to be set in a similar style. So you fan of BioShock, this one got to be in your list.
Slowly. You don't even know what's happening. But I'm here to set you free. Whether you like it or not.
Where Winds Meet is a new open-world action RPG game developed by a Chinese studio, the Everstone Studio, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5 and Windows in some moment 2025, but with no official release date confirmed. It's set in ancient China at the 10th century. The players will assume the role of a young swordmaster as they embark on a journey to uncover the mysteries of their own identity, explore the breathtaking vastness of ancient China during a tumultuous era where political intrigue, power struggles, and epic battles shape the course of history.
Screams drawing me in. Better use the pendulum. You're born, you grow up, you die, and... Is that all? No. It's a constant struggle between good and evil, light and dark, living and dead.
The Occultist is a new psychological horror game coming out in some moment of 2025. The release date is not confirmed yet, but it's planned to be released this year. The game is being developed by the studio Dawnwalkers and is confirmed to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. In The Occultist, paranormal investigator Alan Rebels travels to the mysterious island of Godstone to determine the cause of the sudden disappearance of his father. Even though he mentioned the island repeatedly over the decades, all that Alan really knows is that his father was born and spent his early years there.
Our limitations as human beings prevent us from really seeing what is there. But when suggestive becomes evident,
Sisters we are. Sisters will stay. Sisters from birth. Sisters till grave. Smithies they are. Scissors they'll be.
Wuchang Fallen Feathers is a new Chinese action RPG game set in the Souls-like style. The studio developing the game is the studio Mindseye, and it's coming out in July 23rd to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Windows. And the game is also coming day one to Xbox Game Pass. The story is set in the land of Shu during the dark and tumultuous late Ming Dynasty, plagued with warring factions and a mysterious illness spawning monstrous creatures. The game got nice graphics and a gameplay that looks really good, especially for the fans of Souls-like games. Painkiller is a new game of a classic first-person shooter series, and now it returns in great style with a fast-paced, brutal co-op first-person shooter experience with nice graphics and stylish visuals. The studio developing the game is Anshar Studios, and it's planned to be released still in 2025 with no official release date yet, but it's confirmed to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The classic Painkiller series is back. Battle through purgatory in fast-paced co-op action, wielding infernal weapons against relentless demonic hordes. A game that shall be interesting for you, fan of the
Good evening, Noah. Having trouble sleeping again? Your cortisol levels are elevated. Something's interfering, detecting temporal anomaly. Processing environmental data. Memory patterns.
Cthulhu the Cosmic Abyss is a story-driven, first-person game of Cthulhu. It's being developed by the studio Big Bad Wolf, and it's aimed to be released in 2026 to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. A mining station in the Pacific Abyss is no longer responding. As an investigator of the occult, unravel the mysteries of the deep, test your wits and sanity in this thriller inspired by the Master of Providence. A game that promises to bring us an atmospheric and immersive world, with a deep story developing mysterious events, all that with beautiful and realistic graphics.
Focus on my voice. Vital signs critical. Stay with me, Noah. Noah, the knowledge, it's beautiful.
Jordan, tell me something good.
Intergalatic, the Heretic Prophet, is the new game developed by the studio that created insane series like The Last of Us, Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, and more. The studio is Naughty Dog and is coming out probably in 2026 to PlayStation 5. So far, we didn't see much about the game. What we know is that the game is being developed since 2020, and the graphics looks really good, what's usual of Naughty Dog. The game will be set in a futuristic and fanciful world. The gameplay wasn't announced yet, but in the trailer we see what could resemble a part of it, a sort of hack and slash or Souls-like style. What looks fun.
There, you're the boss. Thank you. Listen, kid.
Phantom Blade Zero is an insane action RPG game. It's being developed by the Studio S game and is coming out to PlayStation 5 and Windows. The release date is still not confirmed, but they said that it's going to be revealed in 2025, so I believe it's coming out in 2026 or later. The game will be set in a kind of linear map, similar to Dark Souls, but no, it's not a Souls-like game, but action RPG with mechanics that resembles Souls-like games. In the game, we'll play with different weapons, facing different enemies and bosses, finding new items and equipments, and honestly, I'm really hyped about this game. Showa American Story is a game that mixes a lot of styles, but is in its core an RPG game set in a quirky universe in America, but in a Japanese visual style. Netcom Entertainment is the studio developing the game, and it's planned to be released in some moment of 2025, but with no official release date yet, and will only be available on PlayStation 5 and Windows. Showa 66 Japan has bought out most of the United States with its strong economic power. A surge of immigration has firmly planted Japanese culture within the American continent. Two cultures are rapidly amalgamated. Although conflicts are inevitable, citizens gradually adapt to a life never imagined as time goes by. And this is the video, guys. Let me know if you liked it. Click on the like button, subscribe, and leave your comments which ones of these games you want to play. Well, thanks, and I see you in the next video.